Good morning everyone. Today we will be discussing about decreasing rate method. Okay. In the previous slide we have been discussed about arithmetical method, geometrical method and incremental increasing method. Okay. So we will be doing a quick review on the previous methods. Okay. As we know, in the arithmetical increasing method, the rate of the change of population with time is constant, and we are taking this formula, that is Pn equals to P plus n into C. Pn, that is populations after n decade, and P is present populations, plus n, that is number of decades, and C, that is constant, we can take it as. Okay. This is arithmetical increasing method, and second is geometric method. And here the arithmetical increasing method problem that I have already been discussed with you. Next is geometrical increasing method. This method is based on the assumption that the percentage increase in the population from decade to decade remains constant. And here you can see the formula of geometrical increasing method, that is Pn equals to P whole into 1 plus Ig by 100 root of n. So we can take it as Pn, that is populations after n decade, and P, that is present populations, and 1 plus Ig, that is the average percentage growth, root whole to the power n, that is number of decades. Okay. So same problem I have been discussed with you in the method of geometrical increasing method. So next is incremental increasing method. As I have told you, the average increase in the population is determined by the arithmetical method and to the average of the net incremental increase for its future decade. So this is the formula of incremental increasing method, that is Pn equals to P plus n whole into Ia plus Ic, or you can take it as Pn equals to P plus n x bar plus y bar. Okay. So Pn we can take it as populations after n decade, and P we can take it as present populations, and n we can take it as number of decades, and Ia we can take it as average arithmetical increase, and Ic, that is average incremental increase. Okay. So same Ia equals to x bar and Ic equals to y bar. So this formula we will be doing in the incremental increasing method. And the same problem I have been discussed with you in the method of incremental increasing method. So now we will be discussing about decreasing rate method. So in this method is mainly applicable when the rate of population goes on increasing at a point, and at some point the growth is at a decreasing rate. Okay, means that indicates the saturation point is reached. So we can say that in the decreasing rate method, the rate of population goes on increasing at a point, and at the same point the growth of rate is decreased. That indicates the saturation point is reached. Okay. So next is simple graphical method. Here you can see the graph, it has been plotted. Okay, in x-axis this is the year, that is 1941 to 2051, and this is the population in lakhs. Here the graph is plotted, and here you can see the graph is plotted and it is of S curve. Okay. So in this method, the population of the last few decades are correctly plotted to a suitable scale on the graph with respect to decade. So the graph is mainly plotted with population in lakhs to the year. Okay. Next is the curve is smoothly extended to forecast the future population. This curve is mainly drawn or extended to forecast the future population or to know the future population. This graph is mainly done, and the graph of the present city is plotted from the beginning and it will show the growth curve. So if we will do the graph of the present city, so it is plotted in the beginning and it will be show the growth curve of this city. Okay. So next is logistic curve method. So here you can see here the graph I have been shown you, the logistic curve method. Okay. So in the logistic curve method, if the population of the town is plotted with respect to time, then the curve is obtained. As I have told you, the population of the town is plotted in y-axis and the time is plotted in x-axis. Okay, so a graph is made between the population of the town with respect to time. So we can get a curve, that is, we will get a S curve also. The yearly growth of the city is shown by the curve JK at an increasing rate. We can see here JK, it is named JK. The yearly growth of the city is shown on the curve, that is JK. Here it is named as JK, and at the increasing rate of dp by dt is directly proportional to P. Here you can see that it is growing, the yearly growth of the city is growing, and it is named as JK, and dp by dt is directly proportional to P. After that, the growth rate between the point K to M, that is K to M, follows a curve, that is dp by dt equals to constant. In this growth rate between the point K to M, the dp by dt is remain constant. Okay, and L you can see here, it is the point of inflection between the K and M. So the transition curve Km also passes through the point of inflection, that is L. As I have told you, L is the point of inflection. Okay, so after that, the latter on the growth from M to N follows the decreasing rate, that is dp by dt is directly proportional to Ps minus P. Okay, so you can say that latter, the growth from M to N. So you can see here M to N. Okay, M to N follows the decreasing rate, or we can say it reaches to a saturation point, follows at a decreasing rate, or takes a saturation, or reached at a saturation point, that is dp by dt is directly proportional to Ps minus P. Okay, whereas Ps, it is the saturation value of the population, and P is the present population of the town at a point T from the origin J. Okay, so we can take it as this graph, we can take it as S curve. So lastly, the S-shaped curve, that is JKLMN, is called logistic curve. Okay, so we can say that JKLMN is known as, that is S curve, it is known as logistic curve. Okay, so here we will do the graph, and the graph is plotted between the, that is population with respect to time, and the yearly growth of the city, that is JK, is at an increasing rate. So we can say that the dp by dt is directly proportional to P. And after that, the growth rate between the point K to M follows a curve, that is dp by dt equals to constant. It will take a constant, and in between the K to M, L is a point of inflection. Okay, after that, the growth from M to N follows a decreasing rate. You can see here M to N follows a decreasing rate, or you can say it reaches to a point of saturation. That is dp by dt is directly proportional to Ps minus P, whereas Ps, it is the saturation value of the population, or P is the population of the town at the point T from the origin J. Okay, so this S curve it is formed, and the S curve is known as, that is J, K, L, M and N, it is known as logistic curve. Okay, next is apportionate method. This is known as ratio method of forecasting future populations. Okay, apportionate means this is also known as forecasting the future populations, and this method is suitable for those towns and the cities whose development is likely to take place according to the national growth. So we can say that this method is mainly applied when the towns and cities should be developed and to take place according to the national growth. We can say it as, this method is mainly applied in the method of forecasting future populations, and it is known as a ratio method. Okay, this method is also suitable for the towns and the cities which is likely to be applicable or to be placed along to the national growth. Okay, So next method we will be studying in the next slide. Thank you.